What's up, everybody? It has been a day full of disc golf. Today we're going to be reviewing the new Bear. Okay, so this is the new disc from Westside. It is a 8.6 -0.5 2.5. Okay, so that's kind of similar to a Stag, but honestly a little bit more stable. I believe that the Stag is a 0.2. This is a -0.5 2.5. So we're gonna mess around and see what this is used for. It's a really good feeling fairway. It doesn't really have much dome on it, but it's not board flat. My fingers, I have small hands, and my fingers fit really well inside the rim, not only for backhands, but also for any sort of forehand sidearm shot. It feels really like flexy, which I enjoy because you can really dig your fingers into it. And I think it'll be a pretty workable disc. So we're gonna throw it around a little bit, see what type of shots I would personally throw it on, and see if we can, I don't know, let you guys know what the Bear is all about and whether or not you guys should pick one up. The answer is probably yes. Let's get into it. So this is a 312-foot shot that goes a little uphill, so probably plays maybe 325 because it's downhill and then uphill. My favorite thing to do on this hole is to throw a neutral sidearm, just like nice and easy and straight, let it push, maybe go a little left and then come back. The flex isn't necessarily my favorite play, so let's see how this thing does on a nice, easy, just smooth sidearm right down the middle of the fairway. Oh yeah, turning a little bit left, pushing down there for us. Absolutely parked, absolutely parked. If you guys have followed me for any amount of time, you know that I love neutral understable discs. I like flipping stuff up, I like seeing cool flights. Now, as of recently, I have started throwing more overstable things like the Rive and all that kind of stuff because my arm speed has improved. But just because my arm speed is faster, or if yours is faster, doesn't mean that there's not a place in your bag for neutral understable stuff. I just threw that Bear like 60% power, maybe even 50. And it went 320, and it's freaking parked. Like, it's such an easy, just straight shot that honestly everybody needs in their bag. Hey guys, so this came up here really nice and easy, super easy bird there. This thing is feeling good. I cannot wait to work with it more and throw it more because y'all know how much I love the Stag too. So here's another very similar shot. This one's just downhill. A little more narrow and it ends a little more to the right. Again, just gonna throw this nice and soft. A lot of you guys know this hole one long at Scrapyard. A lot of people throw Felons and Firebirds, lots of overstable stuff, but I feel like this neutral disc will get the job done and it's not gonna hurt my arm. I can just throw it nice and straight and smooth. Look at that, go in. Oh my gosh, y'all, it just pushes straight. If that was stable, I would have hit those trees on the right. It just pushes straight. Look at that, y'all. That is what I'm talking about. It was so easy. So for like any of you who maybe struggle with sidearms, forehands, whatever you call it, you gotta work in some neutral discs that just allow you to, you release it flat and it shows you what it's gonna do. A lot of like more overstable discs and all that kind of stuff, you release it flat, it goes to the right, it goes to the left, whatever. Neutral discs like this, they're just so good, man. I just flicked that flat and it flew all the way down here. Like, let's go, man. That was such a pretty flight. All right, so now let's get a little bit of backhand work with it, okay? So 353, I'm gonna throw one out on a hyzer with a good bit of power. Hope that it stands up or holds the hyzer and just pushes. And then after that, we'll throw more of a flat, like really smooth shot that goes to the right and then pans back in. So this one's gonna be a little bit of a hyzer, not too much hyzer, but let's see what this thing does on a little hyzer. See if it pushes for us. Okay, so it held the hyzer. I thought that it would push straight a little bit more. But it held that hyzer, okay? So originally I didn't think that this would be a disc that I would ever really throw out on hyzer. I want this to be a disc that I pump flat and it pans a little bit to the right and then comes back left. That's what I think this disc is going to be for. Push straight. Oh, okay, a little bit of action on that. So I feel like those two weren't the best examples of the bear on a backhand. So we're gonna throw them both flat again, because that's the angle I think it needs to be thrown on, is flat, and let it pan a little bit right or just push straight. See what we can do. I might give this first one a tiny bit of anhyzer and see what it does with that, because we're going 350, so it'll come out of it. Tiny bit of anhyzer on this one. Inside of it. Oh, that was real close. Okay, so on a tiny bit of anhyzer, I feel like this thing bombs. That would have gone probably 380. I genuinely think that would have gone probably 380. Okay, now let's throw this one flat and just give it some power. Oh yeah, go in the basket. Gosh, I love how this thing flies, man. Yeah, guys, so that one flew pretty good for us. That's what I'm talking about. It pushed so straight when I put power behind it, and it maybe turned a little bit to the right, and that's one of my favorite flights. All right, now let's say that we're about 225 or so away from the basket, and we need a good little ante. And I feel like a neutral disc like this would be great. You just throw it out there on anhyzer, and I imagine that it'll hold it pretty well. So let's give this a little test shot, okay? This might be the edge of mid-range for you, so you might go for something like this. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh. So I need to throw that a little bit wider, but that's still in the circle, I think. So a little bit wider here. Nope. Yeah, that holds it really, really nice and works its way up there. Now, let's say that you're somebody who, on a 300-foot hole like this, doesn't feel comfortable throwing a putter or a mid-range. Something that's neutral, like the bear, honestly could be great for you. So we're gonna throw these nice and easy, try and hit the gap, see if they'll just push straight for us, and then as they run out of speed, end up down by the basket. Oh yeah, maybe a little short? Maybe a little short, but still definitely a putt. Now I barely even threw that thing, and y'all saw how it pushed straight for a little while, so let's pop this one a little bit more. Try and throw it just as smooth though. Pop that one a little bit more, and that's an ace run, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah, nice and straight and super smooth and easy. Well, you guys can see that the discs had pretty much the exact same flight. Too high. Nope, perfect. You can see that the discs had pretty much the exact same flight because they landed in a straight line. One of them, I just threw a little bit harder than the other one. So that's 2 birdies on this hole that honestly requires a really straight and dialed shot. So the bear, I'm digging it. It's super straight, it's super good on sidearms, feels really, really good in your hands. I'm a big fan for sure. All right, now I really want to test myself here, okay? So this blue marker on this tree right here is 300 feet. I want to throw these from right here and see if we can get inside the circle. Okay, so we're about 330 away. I'm gonna throw this nice and flat. I want to come close to the left tree line and then stable out and just push straight. Oh, I gave that one way too much hyzer. It's still pushed pretty straight down there though. I am on a little bit of an angle this way from left to right, which is gonna generate that natural hyzer angle out of the hand. So I'm gonna try and throw this one a little bit flatter. Trying to avoid that angle if I can. I over-exaggerated that one, but that actually might be pretty close. All right, now still we're gonna throw from about 310, and I'm gonna give these some anhyzer, okay? So those sidearm shots both ended up, one about 60, one about 45 away, which honestly isn't bad from all the way back here. So I'm gonna throw these on anhyzer now and just see what they do if they follow that tree line and push all the way down to the basket for us. Oh, it stabled up. Okay, so again, I'm running uphill here and it's sloped down, which is kind of like a weird thing where you're stepping into a slope and it's going this way, so you have to try and figure out your angle. If I give this a little bit more anhyzer, I think it'll be really, really good. Keep pushing. Stabling out. Good kick out. So definitely not the disc that you would want to throw here. This is more of like an understable stag shot. Where the bear turns left, the stag will continue to go straight, or at least become neutral and push straight instead of turning over. So I'm actually really digging the bear, not only based off how it feels, like I'm very particular with how my sidearm discs feel. And for me, I think the bear is gonna be just that neutral, nice, easy, straight flying sidearm shot. I know I can throw it like 320 pretty easily, maybe sidearm anhyzers that land flat, whatever it may be. But I like the disc. I think it's gonna be a great complement to the stag. You guys know the stag is one of my favorite discs. I just hit my mic, I'm sorry. But yeah, check out the bear. If you guys want something that flies straight and is neutral, I'm digging it. I think you guys will too. See you later.